We wanted to portray this.
I could probably go and see both for the swim, but then again, you have to be cautious of the currents. No matter how strong a swimmer you are, those currents are very strong and they'll keep pulling you, you know.
What's your favourite stroke?
Right stroke, yeah. I don't know, it's still, when you do a small
When I was swimming, and I hit my head,
You can get a shot of the boiler to do
It's all scratched up all left on and got to book more black hair. Black hair,
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Northern Ireland. Great job, everyone. Yes. Well, you might give yourselves a round of applause. I don't deserve any round of applause because the more I practice that countdown, the worse I get at it. But yes, because you have just engaged in international travel on a bus, which is not something you do every day of the week. So we are now in Northern Ireland. As you can see, not much has changed. So the road signs will be in miles, and they use pound sterling here instead of euros, and that's about it. Don't worry if you don't have any pound sterling on you. Everywhere we go, your cards will work. If you want to get some pound sterling, that's no problem. There are ATMs in the service station. And they love a nickname in this part of the world, so they people of Belfast have nicknamed that building the Balls on the Falls. And I leave it to your imagination as to what. Actually, speaking of nicknames, you see that yellow building out to your right, that tall building? That is Belfast City Hospital. And probably the most significant thing about that was came during the unveiling of it, because it was unveiled by none other than the then Prince Charles, now King Charles, of course. And he did a great job. He cut the ribbon and he said lovely things about the people of Belfast generally, and the doctors and nurses of Belfast City Hospital specifically. But then when he was walking away from the ceremony, didn't he get caught in a hot mic situation where one of his aides had forgotten to turn off his microphone, and he was overheard to say, "I've never seen such a ghastly looking building in all my life." And the people of Belfast, with their love of nicknames, have never let him forget that particular gaffe, for they have christened that building the Camilla.
Oh, God. Camilla is the wife of Charles. Oh, she's not very pretty at all. She's kind of ugly.
And in 1843 he was arrested for seditious conspiracy. There was a trial. He defended himself. Why wouldn't he? A lawyer, but he lost.
You need to look good on your picture. So go down all the way, 1050 guys. Come up slowly, taking your picture. Save your feet.
Oh, this is the bridge.
Lovely to meet you.
Thanks.
Are you on the wild run?
Yes.
Oh, we're on the same bus.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes, that's where Port Arthur is.
Yeah, that's right.
On this bus, well, in life in general, is that punctuality is the humility of kings, and I think you've all established your regal credentials. We're very grateful. Now, when we get out of here, this driveway, we're going to come to the top of the hill and turn.
Oh, yeah. We've got time anyway. Yeah, we just had half an hour for that. Yeah. So there's a 2 hours.
Okay, I'll see you in there. You know, it's funny. The Giants got
Okay, sure. Once everybody's sitting down.
Excuse me, go ahead.
And if you can give us an email address or something, we'll send it to you, you know? Well, I'm going to take a picture of you here. There.
As it appeared above the waterline. There's lots of clever little design features in this museum, as I mentioned. Very modern, only opened in 2012. If you were to take a bird's eye view of the museum, you'd see a white star on the roof. Now you won't get to see it because Krishna has many skills, but piloting helicopters isn't one of them. So we'll have to stick to the bus. But it is up there. White Star, of course, the company that financed the building of the Titanic. There's a good view of Samson and Goliath out to our right there. We've already seen seen them. There was talk about decommissioning them actually when Harland and Wolff went out of business, but the people of Belfast decided they were an iconic fixture on the skyline, not just because of the height of them, but also because of the colour. Yellow is a very vivid colour, so they wanted them kept, and I for one am glad they did, because it gives me something to talk about. Now, coming up on the left hand side here, you're going to see the SS Nomadic, which was a tender ship for the Titanic. So the Titanic couldn't go into the port of Cherbourg in France to pick up the passengers, the waters weren't deep enough. So this ship used to ferry the passengers out to meet the Titanic in deeper waters, and that's the last White Star Line built ship in existence, and as part of your ticket you can go and visit that. It's very, that's also built to scale. It's a quarter of the size of the Titanic. There's the Titanic Hotel in there, some nice things in there. They actually renovated Thomas Andrews' office and put it into the Titanic Hotel. So Thomas Andrews, one of the great heroes of the Titanic story, he was the man who wanted more lifeboats on the ship, but he was overruled by a guy called J. Bruce Ismay, and Thomas Andrews covered himself in glory the night the ship went down, trying to save as many lives as possible. And out in the front of the bus now, you'll see those steel pillars. That is the dock that they built to build and launch the Titanic. They hadn't got a dock big enough for the likes of the Titanic, Olympic and Britannic, so they could build that dock. They built the ship there, they launched it, then they brought it to another dock where it was fitted out. Now, I just have to go in to check something out with the staff in here, so if you just hold tight on the bus, I'll be back out in 2 minutes and we'll have a time for you. Just one person on the bus, Nikita. If Nikita could come down the bus to me, that'd be great. Thank you. Well done.
Oh yeah, we got experiencing together. Me and my friend. I got it here. She got it. Oh, good girl. we had the coolest together. Yeah. I know. And then let's two people. The place that's where the hall goes. On this side, so it's like a Titanic.
Did I miss something?
I'm chatting, making conversation. So that's Olympics, or sorry, Titanic stuff way on the side, far side, and then Olympic and Titanic on this side. And slip number 2, slip number 3. We did have one that's now where you're parked and where our ramp to our car park is. Yay, progress.
Somebody's smoking here.
Currently proposing a new generation.
Go ahead.
Cute. Ooh, namamantigas. Lizzie, kinukuha mo na ako?
She's coming out.
Okay.
No, she's not.
Yeah, wait. A little bit. Can I take a picture real quick?
She's good.
Sure.
Because you step out and you get smaller.
What do you think?
I'm thinking a lot of things. I'm thinking how they died, being out there on the sea.
Take a picture of you both together.
Okay, sure.
Here we go. Big smiles. Say cheese. Okay, good.
Thanks.
This should look good. Take a look and see what they're like. There's one.
it's fun. Oh my god, I've never broken.
We're only 5 minutes behind, too. Anyway, you said you would have kicked up at all, but possibly lots of those in school.
At least you're here now.
Yeah.
He's on the whale bone
Okay, great job everyone. Did we all have a good time?
Yeah.
I'm loving the enthusiasm on this bus. Out in front of us there, that's Titanic Studios. That is home to the largest green screen in Europe, because it turns out if you want a big dragon, you need a big green screen. And a lot of the Game of Thrones filming was done in there. So as I mentioned, Game of Thrones, serious result for this region. Okay, so our next stop will be in about an hour's time. Very brief stop at a service station called Castle Bellingham. To refuel the bus, but also to refuel ourselves. There'll be the option to get some food there, use the toilet facilities if necessary. And then after that, it's only an hour back to Dublin. So
Thanks.
we should, I don't think there'll be any traffic. We should be back in Dublin around 7:30, which would be great. There's Samson and Goliath. That's our best view of them yet. So there we go.
Being out-competed by the Koreans. And built very quickly and very good ships too quickly.
Okay, coming up shortly on our right, this is an interesting place. This is the SSE Arena, which is home to the Belfast Giants. We've learned how important Giants are in Ulster mythology. And the Belfast Giants are, would you believe, an ice hockey team. Yeah, it wasn't until I started this job that I learned there was a thriving Great British Ice Hockey League. And the Belfast Giants are one of the best teams in it. The only snag is that we don't have any indigenous ice hockey players. So shout out to our friends in North America, particularly Canada, for supplying us with players. And the average home attendance there is 4,000 people, which I think is remarkable. But there's an interesting story about that. They weren't always known as the Belfast Giants. For 2 days, main population, because most of the children play Gaelic games, or if they don't play Gaelic games, they play soccer. But the Irish rugby team really punches above its weight. In fact, they were one of the favourites for the World Cup last year in France. But unfortunately, unlike in American football, where the ball just has to break the plane, in rugby you actually have to touch it down. And we went to touch the ball down, and some beefy New Zealander got a body part under it. So they were narrowly denied, but a heroic effort in defeat. Out to your left there, you'll see the offices of JP Morgan. Of course, you all know from visiting the Titanic that he was the financier behind White Star Line. He almost got on the Titanic himself, but had a change of heart. Was ultimately just a stay of execution. He died the next year, but he did die in his own bed, so something to be said for that. And his company has since gone from strength to strength. Huge American investment in the Republic of Ireland. Particularly 3 of our 4 Nobel laureates for literature. We've had W.V.H., Seamus Heaney and Samuel Beckett, and the 4th one is George the concertina. I met a man who played the concertina. Well, it's only a tiny little thing, and it cost $2,500. It was a handmade concertina, apparently.